tap in. 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 Tap in.
Welcome to TT from the D podcast. This is Tap In Tuesdays, ladies and gentlemen, and I am super excited about tonight's amazing guest that I have in the building. This queen, let me just tell you, my nerves is all over the place. So you would think like, she's so down to earth and so humble, and just so approachable. But when you entertain greatness, makes you elevate yourself, right? It makes you feel like, okay, so this queen and carved out some time for you and you want to make it do what it do. And so you just be natural. But why I feel like I'm fanned out, right? Because I love this woman. She's amazing. She's so amazing and super dope. But I have the pleasure to actually interview her today. And you get to see her live and you can ask her questions. And you can just, we're going to look at some of her items from her line, which is amazing. I have been blessed to be able to wear and apply and do, and I'm super excited about that. So this queen that I'm referencing, let me show you one of these photos. This queen is just beautiful. She has these amazing, I had to take this. Let me show you this. And this is a little bit different because I want you to see actually what her work looks like on everyday people like you and I. Because a lot of times, when we see people in movies and videos and out and about, what happened? What happened? Did y'all see that? That's not a blackout. That's okay. Jesus is in the building. So a lot of times when we see people in magazines and videos and movies, it's everything just been done by someone like Ashunta. Like you've crafted. It's like she's a Picasso creator. It's masterpieces. We're already naturally beautiful, most people. But when you add a little something and you do a little something, and we look and we judge ourselves against that, right? We judge ourselves against that and say, well, I don't look like that. I know that was my story when I was younger. I used to really put myself next to somebody that society said was beautiful. And you looked at all these different type of makeup lines and you couldn't find your color. You look at someone with my pigmentation and you would say, okay, that doesn't match mine. That doesn't match mine. So when you look at, let me show you this. And I had to do this. I was like, this is a little bit different, but you can see that it works for people like you and me, right? This is this queen's product. This is her work. This is her creation. This is what we can go into a store, we can order online, and it's made for you and I. Now, you might say, oh, it's just for African-American people. No, let me tell you why it's not, okay? She's beat the faces of people like Sharon Stone. Now, Sharon Stone and my pigmentation ain't the same, right? Like, if I stand next to her, you and I are going to mix me up with her. But she makes something for everybody. And that's why, that's one of the things I love about it. She's for the people. Because she can come in and she can get right to work with anybody. I've met some makeup artists and it was no shade, but I felt bad when they would say, well, did you bring your own makeup? Because I don't have your skin tone. And you looking like, you didn't know you got hired? You didn't see my work or whatever. You didn't see me. And so it's like, okay. I imagine sitting in this queen's chair that you'll be able to see all her work. We see her work through amazing people walking billboards out there in America, but I had to have the opportunity to bring her here so she could talk about that and so much more. And we can go in because I'm super excited. and I want you to be excited. I got all of y'all. A lot of people have been inboxing me and texting me, and you super excited. And you like, TT, don't hog up this space talking about all you gonna do. Let her come on. Okay, I heard y'all. I heard y'all. So without any further ado, this queen is in the building. I want to bring to the cameras for you guys to ask questions and love on her like I will, Mrs. Ashunta Sheriff-Kendricks.
Hello, hello, hello. Should I go sideways? Would that be better?
No, you look beautiful this
Okay.
way.
Okay, I didn't know if I should make it landscape and not portrait.
No, you
How are
look
you, Teresa? How is
amazing.
everything?
Well, how are you?
I am good. I am good. I'm home. I'm chilling. I'm wrapped on a show. I wrapped actually a show a month ago. And in between projects, I just try to come and like decompress and get myself ready because before you know it, I'm gearing up, head into the next one. So yeah, and it was an intense film. It was directed and written by Ava DuVernay. We went 3 continents. We were in India, we were in Germany, we were here. So it was really intense work. And it's about the work that we live through every day, which is the caste system. So it's based on Isabel Wilkerson's best-selling book, Caste. So it's a really great book for people to purchase. It's a heavy read, but definitely worth reading because it'll really help you understand our current system that we live under in the United States.
Wow. That is heavy alone. that part right there.
Mm-hmm.
That I could unpack that. That's a whole nother show.
That's a whole show. Yeah, that's a
That's
whole
a whole
show.
other show. Yeah.
So we just wrapped that project, and Anjanou Ellis is the leading lady. You guys may know her from playing Mama Clark in the Clark Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
She played Mama Clark, but Anjanou Ellis plays Isabel Wilkerson. So really amazing actress. I got to be responsible for her. She's phenomenal, and working with Ava's A-class all the way. So it was just phenomenal experience. Black excellence, true Black excellence.
Well, Black excellence begot Black excellence, right?
Yes.
Yes. I have to say, firstly, because I know that you are super busy. I know that we all can see the work you do because you're everywhere. Like I look up, you're in another you're like you said, you're on another continent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you're working on film and commercials and television, and your roster is as big as Texas. And so I know, like, firstly, I had a moment last night. I had a moment. I was just being grateful, and I like to talk to our Father and just thank Him for the big things, the small things, the in between things. And as I was doing recording my morning show this morning, I had mentioned that you would be on for the Tap In Tuesday, and I got emotional with myself. Okay, I got emotional with myself.
No.
Yes, I did. Yes,
You're
I did.
hilarious. No, I mean, look at how far you have come since the very first Tap In Tuesday that I did with you a couple of years ago. Like,
Yeah.
You have evolved yourself. So, you put in the work. And that's what I tell people. You put in the work. It's like planting the seeds in a garden. You will see something sprout. And eventually you'll see growth. So we don't see it sometimes when we're in the midst of it. But I can see you have had your growth too. So I'm proud of you. That's amazing. Good. Bravo. That's what we're supposed to do.
Thank you. I first of all, it's just my moment that I had, and I said, I hope I don't do that tonight. Like, I don't try to be a crybaby today. But I said, I was saying the show was based off of don't give up, on your dreams. Like, keep moving. And I'm always telling people when I do speaking engagements or we talk in general, just having girl talk or kicking with family and friends, that all we need is that one yes. And I remember you and I, when I had the pleasure of interviewing you for the first time, we had, like, you were so super dope to me, Ashunta, that I felt like I knew you. And I remember your hubby wasn't feeling well, and you was being a wife, doctor.
I was doing it all. Yes.
You were doing it all, and it was early. And I thought, like, okay, let me hurp and rush. And I was like, I don't want to hold you long. And you was like, no, Queen, it's fine. We're fine. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna take our time.
Mm-hmm.
And that alone made me feel like, dang, like I'm little old TT from the D, right? And I'm like, I took a chance And as one of another great podcaster, Rocky Harris, she says, like, you got to take your shot. If you don't know, if you don't ask. And
Yeah.
so I had a whole lot of different quiet, like you put your question out there and it's like tumbleweeds go by. You'd be like, okay, well, yeah, okay, maybe not. And then, or they would say, well, what's your numbers looking like? What's your analytics looking like? And at that time I was beginning, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm new to it. I don't know. So a couple people said, you know what? Just keep doing it, reach back out and let us know as you grow. And I was like, okay. And that didn't make me feel like, oh, let me just quit. But when I was expecting something different when I reached out to you, and it was just like let me see what her agent, like I know she's probably going to tell me I got to reach out to her agent. I didn't really know how to do that. And it was just like, when you responded, it was just like, oh, I was shocked. Like she said,
I mean,
to
you
me,
know,
yeah.
at the end of the day, I feel like no one is too big to talk to someone. Like I don't think. I mean, yes, sometimes you may have to go through an agent because the more in demand a person, it's not so much how big they are. It's just the more in demand a person is, the more they have to have other people manage their schedules because it becomes a little bit beyond your bandwidth to manage it yourself. I'm not at that place yet, at all. But there are people I know that they have to have people, man their schedules. Celebrities are a perfect example. They can't, when they are in charge of their schedules, sometimes they mess things up because they'll forget, they'll overbook themselves because they forgot they've actually promised 10 other people at 7 p.m. they can do this. So, it's really not so much about them being bigger. It's more so about they just don't have the bandwidth. And so that's what I'm learning as I'm growing too as a brand.
Yes.
And not just as a makeup artist growing outside of my comfort zone as a makeup artist and growing into a real businesswoman, a real entrepreneur, is that I have to be able to grow and I have to give myself grace with growing. And I have to also understand that sometimes I have to delegate some things out beyond me because in order for you to really grow and become that octopus and have your legs everywhere and you're really like obtaining wealth and breaking generational curses, it's another level of busy. And so you just have to, at that point, start implementing people to delegate. You just have to. So that's where I'm at now. Things are starting to get delegated out with the brand. I was running everything before. So now it's a little bit, it gives you a little bit more breathing room too when you're a creative person, to be creative, because if I get hunkered down by all the logistics of stuff, then it's going to stifle my creativity. So let's not use the terminology big, because it's not that they're bigger. It's just that they need people. They need help. It's a lot when you're a one person and you're in demand. It's a lot.
Yeah, I can respect that. And you breaking it down like that. Me sitting on this side and you sitting on that side, I get that. And I guess if I took myself out of my own body and gave myself a different type of experience, it makes sense because, like you, I wear many hats. And when I am an artist assistant to artists, it's kind of like they don't have time to deal with everything and everybody. And that's why they get a manager. That's why they get an artist assistant, a personal assistant. And so we are delegated, like, okay, you handle this, you do that. You learn your artist or your client, their needs, their wants, their desires, how they function, how they move. And you're an extension. I think that allows you to allow the antennas out from an octopus status to be able to go out and touch things and pick up things and lay down things comfortable. So
yeah. I no longer put people like in a hierarchical space. I've realized, like, whether it's Oprah or whether it's let's say her best friend Gayle King, or whether it's a Gab Union, or whether it's Tracy Ellis Ross, regardless of fame, we all know these persons' names and their faces and who they are. However, they're human beings, just like you and I, who started with a dream, who started with a vision, and they executed one foot in front of the other to get to that vision. And some people, yes, they have a little bit of a more of a leg up because they have a Hollywood history or a family history, that may brought them into the business. That's definitely going to happen. My kids some of my kids are in the business too, you know, working in costuming. So that's a natural progression for kids to follow suit into what their parents do. But with that being said, I have really, really changed, I think, post-pandemic to realize no one is really higher than anyone else. You know, they're just super busy. And like you said, they have to bring in these people to help them out so that they can become the octopus and be in many places at one time. That's what it really allows for.
Yeah, thank you for that. I know Pastor Mickey Smith, all the way from Jacksonville, she said great advice. And so,
Thank you, Pastor Smith.
yes, she's amazing. She's amazing. So I'm going to jump into our questions because I don't want to keep you long. I know you have a very busy schedule. And
Oh my gosh, stop it, Teresa.
No, you know what? I just know you do. I know that I stay in touch with you. You spoke life into my projects and me, and I held on to what you said to me. And I would go back and read the message and look at it, and I would be inspired. Like, you didn't say that just because it's something to say. You said that because I got that from your spirit, the type of spirit and the aura you bring, like your energy. What we see right now, like there's a whole vibe with you, right? It's a whole vibe with you. And then for you to, the interview's over and we're done, and for you to speak what you spoke to me, I held on to that and I just kept going. And I was happy too when you question yourself and you said, like, am I really growing? And like you think you're growing and you don't know. And then when someone tells you, like my sister friends or family, but people that know you but don't know you, but people that see something in you, when they see it, that's when you really know you're really maneuvering and allowing things to manifest. So I just have to say thank you for that because
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I don't speak from any other place but my heart when I talk to people. And, you know, I just felt that vibe from you. I saw you going someplace and you're not even fully where you're going to be yet. You know, this is just literally watching from, you know, ground zero of you starting this to where you are now. I mean, you got signage, you got logos. I mean, you are a full-fledged girl, and you know, you got looks, different looks you're given. You're the next state is TV. Like you're there, you're close. So you know, you're manifesting it, and through your hard work, you're gonna see that payoff for yourself, and that's something that I don't take lightly. You know, because yes, I can tell somebody some information, which I've told people, and then I watch years go by and they didn't actually execute or put it into action. And the only reason why I'm trying to share the advice with them is because maybe I did the same thing. Maybe somebody shared some knowledge with me, but I was so busy I didn't put certain things into action or put certain things into place so that I could be pushing myself also forward as a businesswoman. So, you know, when you fall down and make mistakes, you try to the smart thing to do is actually to help people not make those mistakes. That's the smart thing, right? So that they don't have to go through those same hiccups that you may have had. So I definitely see your growth and your progression, and you're just gonna keep elevating. You're gonna keep elevating. You're gonna remember this day. This is the next one you're gonna remember.
Amen. I received that in my whole heart. So I want to get to the meat and potatoes because I got some juicy questions for you.
Okay, juicy questions.
Right, I got juicy questions. Okay, so what has been your biggest life lesson as a makeup artist?
Ooh, my biggest life lesson as a makeup artist. I think every day when you step into a trailer or into a hotel room and you work with a client is makeup artists like glamorous psychiatrists, you know, and I don't want to take away from psychiatrists because they have to be degreed to have that title, but we do a lot of therapy with our clients, you know, whether it be just encouraging them, whether it's putting a word into them, whether it's helping them to see their vision because maybe other people aren't seeing it. We're big cheerleaders and big supporters to our clients, and I feel that, you know, sometimes makeup artists can see themselves as the help, but I believe that we're so much greater than that. A director actually told me one day, and I won't say his name because I don't want to mess his name up. So He told me it was a big project I was working on, and I remember the project, but not his name, so I don't want to mess it up.
Okay.
He basically said to me, he said, Ashunta, I come to you because, you know, you and hair are the first people my talent sees first thing in the morning, and this is how I gauge the temperature of my talent, and this will tell me what my day will be like. That's how important our role is. When Angela Bassett gave that speech and thanked makeup artists and hairstylists, you know, that we are an extension of characters created, we help them to do the work. It's very real, you know, like if you had a music video and you didn't put all the glitz and glam of hair and makeup on video vixens, you wouldn't have video vixens. You just have regular women just standing around, you know.
Yeah.
it'll be just a block party. So, you know, to diminish what we do, never. What we do is really important. We add value to projects. We help bring the project to reality. We help people to see everything. So the story is told because makeup tells its own story, hair tells its own, costumes tells its own, and the actors are telling its own, and all of us are working cohesively together to tell the story. So where our job is really important, and that's what I think I've learned after almost 3 decades in this business. Is I came in the industry thinking like, you know, it's a position of servitude, and I think I'm going to be leaving this industry realizing that it's so much greater than that.
I see that. Let me ask you this. I can't remember if I asked you this for our first interview, but I said, let me make sure I do. Do you remember your very first celebrity booking and what that felt like for you?
My very first actual real celebrity booking, funny enough, my actual booking, because I worked with a few celebrities, but they weren't actual bookings. They just kind of haphazardly happened. So we won't use those. But my first real celebrity, like somebody's calling to book me, it was actually Diddy. And so I ended up doing a music video for 112, and then that led to basically Diddy seeing, you know, the grooming on the fellas and, you know, the females afterwards. He really liked how everyone looked polished and pulled together. He thought the women looked amazing, and his assistant called me and was like, can we book? So yeah, that was the very first booking, and I was in 2000. I literally remember his assistant. Her name was Mar, M-A-R. If she's out there in the world, much love to you, Mar. And she reached out to me directly. At that time, I had no agent, but I knew of an agent, and I knew that hair and makeup people had agents. So I was smart enough to have done some research to know, and I knew that I really shouldn't take a job this big without consulting with an agent. So I called up an agent that I knew, asked her what rate should be, and then, you know, me just not knowing much, I said, you know what, can you handle this booking for me? And then she became my agent, and the rest is history with her as well. That went on for, I guess, me and her were together for about 7 or 8 years before we separated and went separate ways. So, and that work was, you know, that took me through Usher, through Diddy, through Jay-Z, through almost 100 music videos just with her alone that I worked on. You know, film projects, Vogue magazines, like all kind of stuff, traveling, having to get a passport, never had a passport before 2000. That was when I first got my passport, you know, because Diddy was doing something overseas and he needed me to come be a part of that. Making the Band was being filmed. Diddy Runs the City. So that one booking took me on a whole life journey, that one booking. So one thing, when people say one thing can come and change your life, it really can. It really can. It literally took me to a whole nother levels in my life.
And that's amazing. It's kind of like one opportunity led to the next opportunity. And it's kind of like I've heard, and I you know, you see social media just like everybody else. I know you do, but it's kind of like I keep seeing like you're the go-to person for red carpets. Like people love to have their face beat by you for red carpets, and I'm like, dang.
They used to. They used to. I don't really do red carpet as much anymore. during the pandemic, I really fully transitioned into TV and film, and
Okay.
I'll only do red carpet for people by special request. So now mostly I department head TV and film projects. That's my main career thing, because I had to train. I do believe that you need to make space as well. Just like when I was coming up in the industry, and I'm gonna sound funny, but I remember us being young makeup artists, in our early 20s, like, yeah, with these old people, move over and let us get in here. Let us get some of these red carpet looks. Let us do some of this stuff. And now I'm on that other side. I'm the older person. I'm in my late 40s. I've been doing this almost 3 decades. Like, literally started doing makeup at 19. So for me, it really is just, it's time to make that transition and allow that younger guard to come in. Let them do that work. That red carpet work it's fun, but it's hard too. Hopping on planes and having to be everywhere and, dust people off and keep them cute. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I put in plenty. So now what I like to do is design looks and, and manage trailers and come up with the looks and manage teams and cultivate new artists and mentor people. And now I'm segueing into producing and writing. So, everything has to evolve, like you sitting there with a podcast, eventually that's going to have to be a camera, eventually that's going to have to be a show. It's just, life has constant evolution. And so, yeah, I'm ready to evolve as well. So no, you haven't seen any new red carpets with me, not for the past couple of years, maybe the last 2 years, maybe last year and a half, maybe somebody snuck in there. I don't know.
Okay. Now, so Vitra, which is one of my sisters from another mister, she said she'd love to get a few makeup tips from you.
Okay, well, what are the tips are very vague. So what kind of tips is she looking for? What is something that she's, because tips to me are universal antidotes, but that doesn't always work for every single person. Somebody may be like, what, I just have a tough time doing cat wing liner, and that's a very specific tip. Or somebody say, there's new 90s trends of making a comeback. How do I make it fresh? Give me a tip, so ask her to give me a little bit of a specific tip to her that she would like for me to address.
Okay. So Vitra, so Ashunta said, she said, give her an example of a type of tip you want. Like,
yeah, something that she's looking for, personally.
Now, let me ask you this while she's thinking. Wait, she thought. So she thought, okay, so she said.
See, I knew it was so she's looking for a natural business daily look.
Yeah.
Natural business daily look, when we think of makeup, first off, my biggest tip is skincare. Vitra, I don't know what your skincare regimen is like, but if you don't have one, you should definitely look into getting one, because our makeup just looks that much better when we have a really good skincare regimen.
Okay.
Can I recommend some things? Absolutely. Theraderm has a really good 4-step system. It's created by a plastic surgeon who's a doctor who deals with skin issues all the time. But it's a phenomenal skincare that is available at theraderm.net. Shani Jardin, who's actually like an amazing esthetician out of LA, who does a lot of famous women. She has a skincare line. She's a woman of color. I love her brand. It's phenomenal. It's called Shani Jardin. That is definitely like a go-to skincare product right now. And then I have like little things that I like from other lines, like La Mer. I love their facial oil, tremendously love it. Yes to the People. They have certain things like their cucumber patches, and there's some other ones too that I like. Their carrot wipes. There's all kind of great skincare. So first thing is great skincare. Second thing is you want to make sure you find a good foundation. We're launching ours actually in May, so stay tuned for that, from Ashunta Beauty. And you can find that at ashuntabeauty.com. Our foundation is a matte finish foundation. It also is not just a foundation too. I should show you guys. It actually is concealer and foundation, so it's both.
Oh wow.
So your concealer is in your top with a mirror, and then your foundation's on the bottom. But until ours drops, I'm loving Mario's foundation, Mario Beauty, as well as Danessa Myrick. She makes a really lovely coverage. She makes a dew balm, which is really pretty. And I like Huda Beauty also for a foundation. You want to have a good powder. You want to have these triangle puffs. These are awesome. You see these all over TikTok and all over Instagram. These are velour triangle puffs. Actually, we sell these in my brand, and that's used to set your powder under your eyes and basically keep you matte. And the reason why these are so popular right now is because they're like finger touch. They're so low, so light, and the product doesn't basically streak all over your face. Sometimes when you use a brush, it like moves too much. This literally packs it where it needs to go, and then you dust it off, and it like really keeps it concentrated. You want to have a good blush. It doesn't have to be bright and bold for a daily natural look. Not to keep promoting my product, but we have something called thermal blush. It's actually a universal blush that's a clear oil formulation, and you just put it on top, and it works with your skin's chemistry and pH balance, and it literally will switch and adjust to the perfect blush shade for you individually. So it works for every human being based on their own pH balance. And a great lip, of course, and of course coiffed brows. Those are like basic things. And if you're into eyes, I would say you want to use like maybe, champagne or gold, or maybe bronze, something that's going to give a little glimmer to the eye. I like cream base eyeshadows because they're really easy to apply for daily use. Like you just put it on in one swipe. And then mascara, and that's like a good everyday look. And of course, you can change that up. You can change that everyday look up by changing your lip color. One day it could be a bold red. One day it could be a brown. One day it could be fuchsia. So that's how you can sometimes change it up. Sometimes keeping everything else the same, but changing your lip is the change you need. Not everybody wants to wear, 4 or 5 color eyeshadows. Not everybody's into that. Sometimes they just want to have a good wispy eyelash and, a nice strong lip color. So I think those are some good tips to help you feature and getting a nice daily, beautiful, natural look.
Awesome. I know Pastor Mickey said cat wing liner for hooded eyes.
Cat wing liner for hooded eyes is actually not that hard. Basically, with hooded eyes, you just want to start with a thinner line in this part. You don't want to make it too thick, because if it's too thick, then it can kind of get into the space with the hooded, where the hoodedness is, and then you kind of evolve it out wider towards the ends. So that way, like when you get to the ends of the eye, it's thicker on the ends. That's usually how cat wing liner is done for hooded eyes. So it's just basically going from gradient, small, to thicker at the edge towards the outer line. And then you want to just bring it out a little bit too, so that's usually the trick for hooded eyes.
Okay. And then we have another one of my sisters from another Mr. Christina Benjamin. She's the short hair queen
Okay.
from Georgia. She's a killer with that. She said, what is the best setting spray?
You better check out ashuntabeauty.com. We have a setting spray. Okay, it is an amazing setting spray that's alkaline water based, infused with various botanical ingredients, and not only locks your makeup on all day, but also gives your skin a beautiful hydrated glow. And we have it in 2 sizes. We have a travel size, and we have also a full size. So it's a 2 ounce and a 3 ounce size, and you will love it. You will love it.
And Beatrice said, thank you so much. Do you do any makeup tutorials? If so, where can we find them and follow you?
You can actually find some of my makeup tutorials on the Ashunta Sheriff-Beauty YouTube channel. You can find some right on our, Instagram page. I have some longer formatted videos. And then, of course, on my link on my personal page, you can click the link and actually have a couple of classes within our link tree that are there that are really low cost that you can watch. I have actually one called it's called Glow. It's called Glow Makeup Tutorial, and I think it's like $9.99, and I go step by step with the person through the entire process of doing makeup on myself.
Oh wow! I remember. Oh, she said awesome.
Good. I'm glad.
Did I before there? I know. Have you ever thought about, because I know that you are a worldwide educator and you can teach and all those things. Have you ever thought about doing like a big old seminar where you were on a stage and you had a model and you are taking it step by step for people? Because let me tell you about yourself, Ashunta, real quick. So you be making the videos look so easy, right? And I ordered my makeup. Now I was gonna tell you, I am so jealous that you could just put that little wedge in a Ziploc bag and you going to mail it to me, because I tried to order one and you were sold out. I was like, no, I got my magnetic lashes. And I was like, where my thing at? And the little slip was like, we sold out, but we'll let you know. I'm like, no, I want to try. I want to try it. So I was like, okay. But you make it look so easy. You'll say, all you got to do is this. And you do it. You actually do it. And I'll be looking at your tutorial and I sit in the mirror, I'll be feeling empowered. And I'll be like, this is not it. This is not it, what she did. This is not it.
Well, I mean, that's going to vary because, our features are not the same. Yes, we are both Black women, but our features aren't the same. You have a little more Asian shaped eye than me. You got more of a cat eye and I got more of an almond eye. So sometimes even just those little nuances can be different when you're trying to repeat it on yourself. But what I will say is, if it is regarding putting on a lash, from our magnetized collection, I tell everybody, like, if you're not strong at putting on liquid liner, it's okay. You can actually use a pencil liner first. Lay the pencil liner down first, the way you normally would do your liner on top. Follow on top of it with our magnetic liner, line on top, let it dry, which will take about 1 to 2 minutes. And once it's dry, then apply your lash. The other tip is the lashes are meant to be cut. All lashes are meant to be cut. When you buy even a pair of Ardell lashes, they're meant to be cut because everyone's eye shape is not universally the same. So you can take a pair of our magnetic lashes, and if it's a little too long for you because you do have a really cattish eye, you can clip it on the long side of it. Keep the short side, clip the long side, which is the outer end, and I guarantee you they'll fit you even better. They'll be more customized to your eye shape. So yeah, you can line with a pencil, then go on top with the liquid magnetic liner, let it dry, then apply the lash, and you'll see that they are put on amazing. Sometimes it's just practice.
I'm going to show y'all. So listen, so you have the fun colored magnetic lashes.
Yes.
And so I had these. Well, let me see if I got it in here. And I was so geeked. I was in the mirror. I was taking my time. I was geeked up. And so these right here,
did good.
I did. I was proud of myself. Good. And this is Ashunta's line, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, these are color mags.
That's the color mags. And they went on, and I didn't have to cut these. I thought I did great with it. And then this was again. I was like, come on, eyes. Come on.
They're fun. They're fun too. Color mags are fun. Just for a pop of color, like we all have days where what can I do that's different? Oh, let me put on a purple eyelash. It could be something as simple as that. We change our hair all the time. Women change their hair colors, haircuts, hairstyles. Why not put on a pair of ombre lashes? So our color mags come with the 3 colors, the blue, the purple, and the ombre yellow. And all of our magnetized lashes are built to last. So you can wear them 15 times. Yeah. We have our cotton swab, our Q-tip swab cleansers, so you can clean them even easier. So it's all there. It's all there, for everybody to be able to purchase and to be able to get everything they need to be able to have their lashes last them. Because let me tell you, when you add up how much you spend on a pair of drugstore lashes, after a while it adds up. It adds up, especially if you're buying them at Target. They're a little more pricier than a beauty supply store, So, at the end of the day, and even the beauty supply store lashes are going up. Everything is going up. So, I try to make products that are like built to last or multitasking products. Like, this foundation is a perfect example. It's a foundation and a concealer all in one, because I know we're moving in times where we need to be thinking about our money. Yeah. We need to be mindful. I'm even down to this palette. I'm just showing you guys. This is one of my favorites. This is our Unicorn 1. We have Unicorn 1 and Unicorn 2. Unicorn 1 is our blush and highlighter palette. But I'm making it so you don't have to go buy a separate blush and a separate highlighter. It's all in here, and it's in paper packaging, so it's eco-friendly. So everything that we're making within the brand is to make it easier for people to buy products and have multitasking products. You can even use this not just as a blush and highlighter, but also as eyeshadow as well.
Now let me ask you. I have something else here. Let's talk about this. So these are so freaking cute. So this is like if you put this, you put these on your magnetic lashes, or this just for your regular eyelashes?
This is just mascara. This is just mascara.
Okay.
This is for the girls who like colored mascara, and now they have colored mascara in every color. These also glow in the dark under UV light. This is so amazing. So if you have one of those fun events, or if you have a club thing, or anything that's in that kind of space, if you're going to Coachella, if you're trying to get festival funky, this is where you can use our UV mascara. They're pretty amazing. You can also layer mascara. So let's say I still want my fullness of my lashes, so I'll put on a couple coats of black, and then I may take purple UV mascara and just wash it on top. And it's beautiful. It looks amazing. Like, all those colors are as pigmented and as bold as they look.
Okay. I like it. When I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna have to get me some of that," because I like to do different things. And so I was imagining. I said I loved my color, the blue
lashes.
They were pretty. So I was looking at that, and I was like, I wonder, can I put that on my lashes?
I mean, you can always put mascara on top of faux lashes, but I wouldn't put this on top of mags. I would put, because mags are a little more expensive and more delicate.
Yes.
And also our magnetic lashes, a lot of people don't know it. It's made of biodegradable plant fibers. They're like, our line is fully vegan. So they're not just faux lashes. They're biodegradable plant fibers, all of our magnetized lashes. So they're gentle, and you have to be gentle with them and delicate with them because of the type of materials they're made from. But they are still strong enough and built to last when you handle them. But I could, get a pair of drugstore lashes and coat those things up with some of that mascara, and then you could get that same length with the color. You can do that too. Okay. Listen, anything is possible. There's no rules with makeup. I always say that there's no rules.
Those were mine in the middle. Okay. I have this palette.
Yes.
Well, yes. And so those were so fun. And so I remember when I did my photo shoot, I wanted to use the colors, and they were like, maybe not color. So we went with what's the proper name for this?
So this is magnetized day and night. This is called day and night, because this was actually the very first box I launched. I launched this in January 2021 at like literally the height of the pandemic. Yeah. I wasn't working. I didn't know when I was gonna work. Didn't know what was happening with work, and my husband gave me seed money, and I started Ashunta Sheriff Beauty like that. And this actually was the third time I was starting a makeup line, because I did like a capsule collection maybe like in 2017, but it was just a collection and it went away. And then I had launched originally in 2012 when I went on QVC, my Perfect Blend Stick. And that was like, gonna be like the product that, just changed my life. And then, business stuff, I told you about that whole journey the first time I was on. So again, those mistakes, but I learned a lot. And you see, I'm back much better, from one product to, I think we have 30 products now. So day and night are my favorite lashes. They're my favorite because they're the first. They also are special to me because they literally do exactly what they say. They're a pair of day and they're a pair of night. And they work amazing on everybody's eye shape. Everybody I put them on, they're like, these are amazing. So day and nights are like our number one selling lashes. And actually our number two selling is She Is So Classy. I don't see you doing She Is So Classy because you like more of a lash like me. She Is So Classy is more for the natural girls who, they don't want a lot of lash, and it gives you like a natural lash, and then it gives you a half C lash. And I find that a lot of teenagers like it, but also a lot of mature women like it. And it just works for people who want something natural. So that's She Is So Classy.
Okay. We got a ton of questions I'm going to get to, but I got to show this product here because I said I need to know about this.
So this bundle was created for Talk Shop Live. I started selling on Talk Shop Live about 6 months ago, and Talk Shop Live is a new platform. It's kind of like the new way of selling. It's interactive, so it's a way that you can get on air and sell your products, and then people actually can ask you questions about the products, and it's really cool. It's very interactive. A lot of people on there. Oprah's on there, J-Lo's on there, Matthew McConaughey, like all kind of people on Talk Shop Live. So it's a great, and you can sell anything on there, a book, food products, all that other type of stuff. So we created this bundle for our Talk Shop Live audience, and it did really well. So we kept it as a part of our brand. So this basically is our drama queen bundle. That's our drama vegan matte lip cream with day and night lash and our thermal blush. And this basically gives you, not to use the B word, but that boss B look, that vibrant red lip, your cheeks glowing and popping and your lash on. It's like all the things you need to be, refined and polished and pulled up.
Okay. And that was a question I saw there, and I'm gonna get to these questions. I don't want nobody to kill me on tomorrow. So there was a question. Let's see. Pastor Mickey said spray and swabs are ordered. Boom.
Thank you. Spray and swabs are ordered. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Pastor Mickey. Thank you.
The glitter palette.
The glitter palette is everything. Okay, that is everything. I was just literally on I think it was WGC Chicago Morning News, and they lost their mind on that palette. And it's so funny because you think it's like middle America, average women glitter, they're going to stay away from it. They were like, bring it on, especially the way I was using it, because you can take that same glitter palette and put it on your lips and create a glitter lip color. You can use it looks so pretty. I have a lot of pictures on both brand page and my personal page where I've used the glitter, and really stunning. Actually, on the flyer that you used, Teresa, that's my glitter palette. When I have the turban, the Afrocentric turban on, that's my glitter palette.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks great. Great. I love it.
Yeah. So Crystal is also an esthetician, and she says, what's the best color red lip? I haven't found one I like yet with big lips.
Well, Crystal, everyone keeps going crazy over my classic vegan matte lip cream. That is a blue undertone red. Then we have Drama, which is a lot more high-powered, high energy, but it's more of an orange-based red. It depends on your skin tone, but I would say, I don't know what your skin tone is, but like for me, I can wear both of them because I kind of fall in the middle. So if you're my skin tone, you can wear either or. But if you feel like you have a lot of yellow to your tone, the blue tone will probably look better. So classic vegan matte lip cream or Drama, but get them both. They're not expensive. And the best part about our vegan matte lip cream is it doesn't bleed. It's transfer resistant. It's waterproof. All you have to do is apply it and let it dry. And actually, Viola Davis just wore a classic. She just wore it. It's on my page, pinned to the top of the page. And she's a chocolate sister, and she wore a classic. It looked stunning on her.
It looked beautiful on her. I was so excited for you and seeing her because she's like iconic too. And so it was just like that look like she got beautiful skin. And so I was looking like that red is popping. I was looking like what red is that? Because I was on it too. And I think I'm gonna have to get both because I don't know which one would look better on me. I'm gonna get both. I was on there looking at that black you got on there. So I put that on my shirt.
Raven will be hot on you. Raven will be hot on you. I could tell you all the colors that would be hot on you. Raven, Classic, Drama, Earth, Royalty are like popping for you. Absolutely.
Y'all heard that, y'all.
Mickey said, is the shadow palette online? Yes, the shadow palette is available. I know we're running low on our palette, so definitely try to get an order in because we do have to re-up on inventory on it because people have been buying that palette left and right.
Okay. And so Karen, she said, I'm on her website now. I have to admit, what is vegan mascara?
Well, what is vegan mascara? Basically, some mascaras, believe it or not, have had in the past animal products in it. There's certain keratins and things of that nature that aren't necessarily plant-based, even down to certain chemicals we even use in our hair. Like you have to think like placenta, think of things like that. So in the past, my son just came in. In the past, Mascaras were infused with like all these type of ingredients that were harmful. And so now everyone's trying to like create more green friendly, more vegan friendly products. And so this basically, it doesn't have the harmful chemicals, even though it has all these like bold pigments in it, it's not anything that's going to be detrimental to you long term.
Now, Crystal said, I used to use AJ Crimson, loved his palette. Does your palettes have all those rich colors like his? And where can I get it?
Okay, so I think you're talking about AJ's foundation palette, Crystal. I'm not sure. If you're talking about his foundation palette, I don't make a foundation palette. I make a blush and highlighter palette. One is called Unicorn 1. One is called Unicorn 2. Unicorn 2 has rich, beautiful colors in it. It's made for my brown skin to my darker skin sisters. For richer skin tones, Unicorn 1 is for, brown skin to lighter skin. But of course, anybody can use anything. But if I was to say this is for this skin tone, I would say Unicorn 2 is definitely richer. It has a lot of full body color in it. And it's a blush and highlighter palette. Our other palette is an eyeshadow palette, which is a glitter eyeshadow palette, which can be used on both eyes and lips. But we do not make a foundation cream foundation palette like the one AJ, God rest his soul, created, who is he's my brother in makeup. So thank you, definitely, just for even saying his name. That just made me very especially because this weekend is the makeup show. And every makeup show I saw AJ, every makeup show we found each other. His booth would be somewhere. I'd find his booth. We always do our annual makeup show photos together because we're so busy, right, in life. So that was the time where all the makeup artists come together, and our makeup show is this weekend in Chicago. If for anybody who's interested in coming down to Chicago, come see me. I'm speaking on Saturday and Sunday.
Where? Tell us where.
It's called the American Beauty Show. And actually, if you go to my page, I have it posted, or you can go to the makeup shows page and they'll literally tell you exactly where it is, because I don't know the address off the top of my head. But it's called the American Beauty Show this year, and it's the makeup show. They've combined. But thank you for just saying AJ's name, because that just makes me know he's watching over all his makeup brothers and sisters down here.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And he's from Detroit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, AJ was from Detroit.
Dang, Crystal, did you know that? I'm about to have they're like, is y'all talking to each other? What y'all doing? Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna get to this question, but I'm gonna look that up, Ashunta, because myself, Swifty, and Cody, we were talking about coming to Chicago for Saturday.
Oh, you should just come right to the trade show and meet me in person.
Listen. Okay.
You got a road trip. Okay, good.
I love road trips. You gonna have my little diamond?
We're gonna have everything there. We'll have the diamond. We'll have everything there. Come support us. It'll be great.
Okay. I'm putting that in his ear when I go upstairs after this show. So Robin said, can you do a class with a nonprofit program for teenage kids called A Girl Like Me?
I absolutely would love to. Just all depends on timing and when it is, where it is. TT can give her my email, and so she can email me all the particulars, and we can look at the schedule and see if that works. But I'm always game to teach kids, speak to kids, motivate kids, because that's like a big part of who I am. I'm from Harlem. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm from Harlem, New York City, born and raised in New York. Harlem stands up, okay? I always feel like I'm about to rap when I do that, but no, I'm a Harlem girl all day, and my mom still lives in Harlem. I'm in Harlem all the time, so it's just I am always about uplifting and talking to our youth and helping them. So absolutely, send me the info.
Definitely, I'll give her that info. You can get them online. The website is flowing across the screen, Robin.
Yep.
She wants to know how she can get the lashes.
Yep, it's ashuntabeauty.com, but she has a banner running across the podcast, so you guys can see it, but it's ashuntabeauty.com.
Yeah. And so let me see. Mel said, yes, those drugstore lashes add up.
They add up. Yes, they do. For sure. You know how I know? Because we have, when we do TV and film shows, we have to submit a budget of how much our kit is. And when you know, like literally it's every product is basically taking an inventory of my entire makeup kit, and that's my products and other people's products that I'm moving into a trailer to do, you know, like the best man, like for example.
Right.
So, you know, like I have like, it looks like a beauty store, and it's $27,000 worth of makeup. And I'm going to tell you about 5 or 6 of that is just lashes. They're very expensive.
Wow.
When you think about every day putting on, let's just say at low cost, I get a pair of Ardell lashes every day. They're $4.99. You
Yep.
have to think, you know, if you're doing The View, you're doing any television, you're in a lash. It doesn't matter. You know, there's very few people on TV that don't wear a lash. Whoopi Goldberg, I can tell you, is one of them. You know, like she doesn't probably wear lashes anymore. I think she probably stopped wearing them. But overall, that's I mean, how many more people are on TV? If you have a podcast, you're on TV to some degree. So
Yeah.
you add up that lash every day, even if you take it off and try to use it every couple of days, it still adds up. So our lashes really, like in comparison, really do save money. That's why I tell people, like, don't sleep on magnetic lashes. Plus, glue is damaging to your eyes anyway, and ours is not glue based.
And you know what? I had talked to someone, I think it was my cousin on Easter, and I told her, I said, you got to get online, and you got to ask your makeup questions to Ashunta. I said, she's going to be on there. And she said, I want to ask a question about the magnetic lashes, but the glue. She said, because I know the other glue is harmful for your eyes. And she said, if you're talking about adding magnetic stuff to your eyes and you're not using the regular glue, because some people use that eyelash glue, but there's people also that use hair glue. Now, what's your thoughts on that?
No, hair glue is not meant for your eyes, and actually can create, basically, you can create impacted pores within your eye because it's not meant for it. It's just not. So, you know, people who are doing that to their eye can create long-term damage. Glue, you want to use non-latex glue. That's the best glue to use if you're using lash glue. But the reason why magnetic liner is even better than that, because it's no toxins in it. It's the toxins that's in glue that become damaging to you long term. Magnetic liner is literally is made of mineral composition. Well, guess what else is made of mineral composition? Our entire bodies. So, you know, literally magnetic liner is a mineral composition that just happens to work with magnetization that's put on lashes. So it doesn't have chemicals in it the same way that, you know, a lash glue would have.
Interesting. Now, see, you just educated us right there. I'm like, oh, okay.
Just a different technology. It's something that, you know, they had those other magnetic lashes that scared people because they had magnets on the top and the bottom. And so they were like a clamping effect. And I think those terrified people because, you know, you think of it clamping down and you not able to get it free and then pull in your hairs. But the new versions of magnetic liner that's out there, it's a liquid liner. It's all mineral based. And then the magnets are put onto the lash and and you're not putting it on your lash hair. You're lining right above the lash hair on the line, you know, of the eye.
And see, that's something you taught me that because prior to, like Christina used to do my lashes for me, but she's in Atlanta now. She's down there doing big things in Atlanta. And so I call myself trying to, before I got your lashes, I called myself trying to do them and I was putting them on the lash. And then they started making me feel like I was wearing fans. So it was like, no, I can't do this. And so I watched you do your lashes, and I'm like, oh, okay. So when you
it's on
put
the
my
skin.
lashes, I was like, okay, I'm about to put my lashes. And I was geeked when I was able to put them on, and they look so natural.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing. I felt like, okay. Now, Karen said, those are cute, TT. I wear glasses and one lash one time did not last 8 hours before I pulled them out. Do you normally recommend lashes for people with glasses?
It's funny you say that because I wear glasses all the time. So I have on my lashes now and I wear my glasses all the time. So yeah, you know, it just depends on the length of the lashes. My lashes, the longest ones we have are Drama Mags. And those I cannot wear with glasses at all because they're just that. They're dramatic. But The regular day and night lashes are natural and they're short enough that you can definitely wear. She is so classy, foxy brown. I think all of our lashes, with the exception of Color Mags and Drama Mags, are like the only two that kind of start bumping the glasses.
Gotcha. Crystal says she loves your line. It's so colorful.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Okay, let me jump back in. I'm gonna keep with y'all questions because y'all not gonna kill me. So I'm gonna keep giving the questions. Don't worry, ladies. And gentlemen, like let me pause because I know fellas be like, oh, I ain't wearing no makeup. That's for women. Could you please, for the people in the back, the ones that's hiding on the side, when you tell us some men that men could say, oh, I know that he wore makeup. Some men that you've done their makeup for that.
I mean, men wear makeup in TV and film all the time. Morris Chestnut, Terrence Howard, Taye Diggs, Harold Perrineau. You know, it doesn't matter. Tone Bell, LL Cool J, you know, Diddy, Usher. I think Jay-Z may be the only man that I worked with that didn't take makeup, but I did powder him and anti-shine him. But he didn't want to put physical makeup on. He just wanted powder. He didn't like how it made his face feel. But he still had makeup on. Powder is still makeup, you know? So, you know, you could call it what you want to call it. Makeup is makeup. Men have to wear makeup to go on TV so that they can look flawless for you. Otherwise, you may not buy their products. You may not buy their album.
True.
They got to look good too.
So Vitra, she said, I'd love to know if she has a sleep regime or tips for skincare.
My tips for skincare is exfoliating twice a week, especially as I've gotten older. I feel like, you know, just stuff builds up on my face. So I was saying earlier, I use a line called Shani Darden. She has an amazing resurfacing peel that I really, really love. It's a 3-step resurfacing peel, and it gives you like that glass skin glow. She also has an amazing peptide hydrating moisturizing cream that I really, really love. So that's a product line that I'm really into right now, which is Shani Darden. I also love under eye patches from Skin of London. It's a company, SKYN. London, and they have amazing charcoal eye patches, or either the rose gold ones are fantastic. I love those as well. I love my La Mer facial oil. It's always going to be like a go-to for me. And, you know, like I definitely love Hydrofacial has like a, the actual serum they use when they give you a facial, they sell the serum as well separately for the eye. It's like an eye serum. I really, really love it. It's very refreshing. It wakes the eyes up. It helps with diminishing lines and circles, and, you know, just helps to give you that youthful anti-aging thing that you need. I'm always looking for anti-aging products. Like that's really like my main focus. Anything that's going to help with, you know, lines, wrinkles, the appearance of skin, pores. That's what I'm always looking for.
So Crystal, she said, can I send you my skincare line? It's vegan and paraben free. I'm an esthetician and I want to get your line.
I would love that. I would love that. Okay. So connect us, Teresa, through email, and I absolutely will look into that. Because I love vegan skincare lines. I used one complete vegan skincare line I liked was Codex Beauty. They're really, really good as well.
Okay. And this is my little sister, Victoria. She said, will you do a live demo with TT from the T?
That's a lot harder for me to do in a talk show setup like this. But, you know, we definitely, next time I have one, I'll make sure that she's aware so you can tap into it when I'm doing it.
Awesome. I know that's right, Lynn. And so Crystal said, classic vegan matte. How do you say that? Is it matte or is it mate? How do you say that?
It's matte. Yeah.
Matte. Okay.
Classic. Yeah, she's talking about the classic color. Oh, it's not gonna bleed on you. It ain't gonna bleed. I have tons of videos where I literally like put plastic on my lips. When I tell you, you just wait for it to dry. Once it's dry, it's on there. It doesn't bleed, doesn't move, doesn't transfer unless you eat like salad with oil. You know, anything's gonna break down with oil. But if you just put your lip on and you're out, by the time you have lunch, you'll be like, wow, my lips are still on. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing.
Now, Corey Barksdale is an amazing artist from Detroit. He said, I just learned about new colors. Okay. I didn't know. Okay, come on. See, he a man. You understand that? Thank you, Corey. Because some people act like they just little touch here, they ain't gonna hurt nobody. Thank you, Corey. We appreciate that. Okay, so let me jump into. Okay, wait. Okay, so Bianca, all the way from Atlanta, another sister from another mister. She said, which palette do you recommend for olive skin tones? Sorry if you mentioned that already.
Yeah, Unicorn One on ashuntabeauty.com. That's actually this palette. I can show it to you as well, Bianca, so you can see it. Let me move the plastic. It's going to be kind of bold and bright, but this is awesome for olive skin tones. I don't think you can see with all the flashback, but you get a peachy color, which looks stunning on olive skin tone, the hot pink, and then there's like a taupey brown. So you can use any of these colors as a blush color. You can even use this one as a contour color. These can all be used as highlighter colors, but the whole palette can be used as eyeshadow as well. I had an amazing makeup artist. Her name is Chelsea. She did a phenomenal tutorial online, which is on our brand page. And she used the whole palette like all over her face. It was phenomenal. So that's what I love seeing now, seeing artists get out there and like create with my product line. That's so much fun.
Okay. And Karen said, what is the Unicorn Duochrome highlighter? How do you use that? The color is fire.
Okay, this is the Duochrome highlighter. So it's funny, everything they're asking me about, I literally have it next to me. I have vegan matte lip creams next to me. I have the palette next to me, the puff. So nice. this is the highlighter. It's a single highlighter. It comes in 4 shades, and basically, you use your highlighter to highlight your cheekbone, the tip of your nose. It does stuff like that. You can use it the corner of the eye. You can use it on the décolletage, to highlight that bone, the clavicle bone. So highlighter, I've even taken it with a big puff brush and like hit my legs with it, like if I have a short dress on. So a single highlighter palette it's more than just your cheekbones. It can be all of those places.
I have that one. I have that one. So cute. And it does something. It just, I put it like right here, and I put it on my little nose. And I'm like, hey, I be feeling like I'm like all in the sunlight.
It's my favorite shade is called Bling Bling Biatch. Excuse my language. That's shade number 7.
Okay.
That's our best selling one. But this one is beautiful too. It's called Rose Queen. You can't see because when you have light sometimes, and with highlighter, it's really hard. But Rose Queen is like a beautiful iridescent pink tone. It's really pretty.
Very pretty. Yeah, that looks pretty. I like that. Okay. And so Pastor Mickey said, I'm willing to try the magnetics now. You gotta order those, Pastor Mickey. Take a picture and
then you gotta tag us, Pastor Mickey, so we can put you on our brand page.
Yes.
I have no prejudice. I put everyone gets on that brand page. There are people who actually they post and they're like, they DM me. They're like, you put us on the brand page. I'm like, yep. Yeah. You're going on the brand page.
Yeah.
Because I want people to see that real women are out here using the product. Real people are using the product. Our product is not a product that's just for women. Anybody who wants to use our product.
Gotcha. Crystal said those magnetic lashes were turning my eyes red.
Which ones?
Which ones, Crystal?
Yeah, which one? Don't say it just like that.
Right, like, so we're not talking about Ashunta. We're talking about you can say the other brand. It's no shade.
I mean, she can just say I tried another brand, but I don't think ours don't have a history of doing that to people.
Right. I don't think she was saying about yours.
No, yeah. I mean, it's just depends, but I don't think it was ours because I pretty much know what any issue has been with our product because people will write me, and I've been very honest. Like if we had an issue, I address the issue. We try to tweak it because I'm making a product that I want people to love. It's not just about making money. I want a brand that's going to last, like a L'Oreal. I want my product line to be 60 years. My kids are running it and it's gone, so I want to make something that's lasting. So I love feedback. Tell me anything. If it was our product, Crystal, tell me, and maybe we can find a solution. But if it wasn't, tell me that too.
Not yours.
Okay.
I ain't think so. But it's all good. I mean, and I can appreciate that for you saying, hey, let me know when something's not working. I think some people, they can't take constructive criticism. Or if you say, hey, this did this, okay, it could be just you. But if it's several people with the same experience, that would make you say, let me look into this because these people are getting this experience and they're going through that. I would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, we want to make something that works and that people are happy with, you know.
She know, Karen said I need to start a kit with I can't. I
Well,
can't.
I would say our starter kit, she should be getting the kit you just showed, the thermal blush, the drama vegan matte lip cream, and the day and night lash is a nice little kit to get started in our brand. If you've never tried anything, it kind of samples from different things. So the thermal blush, Karen, let me tell you about it. It is a universal oil-based blush that when you apply it, it actually goes on clear, but then it turns to match whatever your pH balance is giving off. So you get your perfect blush color. So whatever color works for you, Karen, won't be my color. It won't be TT's color. It won't be my mom's color. It won't be my daughter's color. We will all have a different color. Why? Because we all have a different pH. So it's really, really pretty. I should have brought that here with us. I'm sorry I didn't bring that because I could have been putting it on and showing you guys. But we can save that one and do that another time. But thermal blush is amazing, and it universally works for everybody.
Cool. Christina, she said, what is your recommendation for dark circles? Do you always have to color correct before you do your concealer?
Well, a tip for dark circles, a lot of times people don't realize, is you want to color correct. So if you have really, really dark circles, I have dark circles, but I've just kind of conceded as I've gotten older and just said whatever, you know, like, and put my foundation on and keep it moving. But don't get it twisted. If I have a real TV appearance, like I have an NBC appearance next week, I need to pull it together. So my tip for that is color correction. And so you want to use something warm that's like an orangey red color. Believe it or not, I used to use lipstick back in the day.
Okay.
Before we had color correctors, I would use lipstick, and not a lot. You just take a little bit of lipstick and put it under the eye, a cream lipstick, not a matte one, because you don't want it to just dry red here. You want it to be a cream lipstick, and you would just put it where those circles are at and just blend it out, and then put your foundation on top of that, and baby, circles will be gone. Okay, color correcting. Anytime you have purplish or bluish circles, you want to use something warm to, you know, bring it up, and then your foundation on top of it, and you'll see that you'll look lifted. You can actually do one side of your face just to see.
Okay. And so Victoria, she said, how can I find out my color tone? I don't wear makeup much, but I would like to get my face done and shown the product to use. I do not like the feel of a cake face that's thick, heavy, feels like my pores are clogged.
Those are kind of a few questions in one, Victoria, but I think what you're basically trying to say is that how can you find your shade for your foundation? You don't want to look extra cakey. You're trying to make sure that you still have a skin-like finish. Well, when our foundation drops, you'll be able to go onto our website, and you'll be able to use our shade matcher. We're going to have an actual shade matcher, which is technology. You'll look into it, and it'll match your shade for you. So if you just wait another month, we'll be coming out. And our foundation is foundation and concealer all in one. It's both. So you won't have to like think about, well, what concealer will I use? It will be all in one.
I feel like I just got an exclusive. You are. Pastor Mickey said, TT, fly out to Miss Ashunta and make it happen. I know that's right. Okay, I'm gonna tell Andre. We have to get to Chicago Saturday.
Couple more questions and I'm gonna have to wrap, guys.
Yes.
I gotta do dinner for the family.
Yes. So we're gonna take two more questions, ladies. We got a lot of thank yous. There are a lot of thank
you,
yous.
everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This was fun. We'll have to come back when the foundation drops.
Yes.
We'll come back.
Yes. So I do want to say one question from the audience, and my last question, because my question's put on hold because I didn't want nobody to stone me after the show ended. Let's see, what could I oh, here's a good one. What challenges did you encounter this run when you were getting ready to launch this makeup line?
Oh, yeah. This time I had some big challenges. When we first launched Day and Night Lashes, the first day, the video that you keep referring back to that you saw, that video, I dropped that video on January 21st. And literally after I dropped that video, I had like 5,000 orders. I only had 500 pair of lashes. I wasn't even prepared. And then And then Taraji turned around and did a video for me and didn't even tell me she was going to do one, which I'm super grateful for. But when she dropped it, then I got even more orders. I mean, it crashed my system.
Oh, wow.
So what I can say is that was a blessing and a curse. The curse in it was that I wasn't prepared, because I was just doing the lashes just to test it and see. I wasn't making it a line. Really wasn't. I wasn't gonna do all of this. This wasn't happening. It was truly like, let's just see. And it just blew through the roof and snowballed into a craziness. And when I tell you, like, I had happy people, but I also had mad people, because I had people that had to wait to get their product, like 2 months, because it took time to manufacture, because our lashes aren't mass produced. They're handmade lashes. So it was so crazy. Yeah, it was a 2-month backlog. I had so many people who were upset. People who wanted refunds. It was a nightmare, like my first 5 months. And what I will say, how I rebounded from it, is when the products did come in, even people who were, and it's so funny, I thank all of my supporters to my brand, because it was probably like, out of the thousands of women and men too who ordered from me, there's probably only a handful of people who were just really pissed with me, and were upset they didn't get their product. I made sure I not only refunded them, but I also still sent them the product anyway, because I wanted them to know that this product was really good, because I was wearing these magnetic lashes to the beach. I was getting in a pool. I wasn't diving and deeply immersing my face in water, but I was still able to luxuriate on a beach, in the wind, in the sand, on a boat, everywhere. And my lashes were not coming off. I didn't have to deal with the tearing anymore with the lash glue. And I just saw a problem that I solved for myself, because I was getting very sensitive to lash adhesive the older I got. And so when I just saw this warm welcoming of this product, I just was like, whether y'all are mad at me or not, you're going to get this product. And you know what? I turned a lot of people's frowns upside down. So I'm grateful I stayed the course. Even sometimes, when something is launching and you're just trying it out, and you have a hiccup, don't let that hiccup stop you. Just keep going forward. I prayed all the way through it. And yes, it was hard. Of course, I cried. Of course, I felt like my reputation. People were talking about you were going to ruin your reputation. People are always mean spirited, especially when your intention is not in the wrong place. Like, I didn't know that was going to happen. I could never know that, So I learned that proper preparation prevents poor performance on the highest scale. So now when I launch a product, we got quantities to back it up. We make sure we're prepared. Everyone's getting their product. When people have an issue with a product, I had someone get a pair of Color Max, and her blue ones, funny enough, kept tearing on her. She ordered a second box. It happened to her again. So I found out that shipment had some faultiness with particularly the blue ones. You have the blue ones that didn't happen to you. You know what I mean, TT? So when you're making products, things can happen. Nothing is ever perfect. It's just how you resolve the problem. And so for me, I resolved all my customers' problems. I emailed them. I'm very personable. The customer's always right. And I try to make sure that they're happy at the end of the day with not just the product, but the service.
Well, thank you. I have to say that it's always an honor. It's always an honor. I thank you for giving us more than the time that the show is supposed to have, answering all the questions that I could get to. There's still tons in there. Ladies, don't kill me. I'm gonna get your little questions, your big questions, and we'll save them for the next time when we get the next opportunity when you launch. Now, I gave y'all all night. I gave you all night now. Now I need to get a question now. Okay, so the piece, the concealer and the foundation is going to launch in May.
Mm-hmm.
Does it come? Do we have to have a separate brush? You have brushes that will go so we can do all of that?
No, we have our diamond blender. So our diamond sponge is how I apply my foundation and my concealer. So that's really all you need. The diamond sponge. You don't need a brush to put on foundation. Foundation, people put it on with their hands, with a brush, with a puff, with a sponge. But our diamond sponge will apply it. Absolutely.
Perfect. I know, and I'm excited about being able to lean up or whatever I'm gonna have to do when it's time to find my shade. And we'll be coming back, ladies and gentlemen, for that.
Yeah,
And
because the diamond is an angle, so it allows you to really get into the small crevices of the face much easier than even some brushes.
yeah, yeah. So you got a lot of love over here, but I'll share this one from Crystal. She said, "Thank you for coming on. Learned a lot. Your line is inspiring and amazing. I know all about the manufacturing when I got into Myers. It was crazy. It took me a whole year, and Walmart.com took months. So thank you, Ashunta, for just raising the bar. Thank you for being approachable, educating us while you allow us to just learn and actually speak life into the brands. People are going to the website, and that's what I was hoping would happen, because you made things, it's almost like FUBU, but it's not, for us by us, right? And it's like you really, but you also have stuff for other people. As I said earlier during the introduction, you know, if you could beat the face of someone like me, you can also beat the face like Sharon Stone. When I found that out, I'm
Well,
like, damn.
one of the things we like to say, our hashtag is we're Black owned beauty for all. So our brand really is for all skin tones, all walks of life, all age groups. We don't have any prejudices. Why? Because when I came into the business, I came in through MAC, and so that's the philosophy that's been rooted in me, is MAC is for everybody. MAC's not just for Black girls. Black girls may feel like they own MAC because we buy a lot of it, but MAC is for all. And so for me, I wanted to have a makeup brand that made everybody just as happy as I know MAC did. And that's where my goal is to grow. MAC is definitely like a big blueprint for me as a makeup artist and as a brand. MAC changed my life. You know, MAC exposed me to working on more than just my own skin tone, but on, you know, anybody who walked up to the counter, and to be able to have them leave and they look great. So, you know, the root of being a great makeup artist is being able to work on anybody who sits in your chair. And so that's really important to me, you know. But yes, I'm definitely one of us, but it's for all of us.
Yes.
So yeah, support us.
Yes.
We love the support. That's how we grow.
Absolutely. And so I have to say, on behalf of all of the viewers that I could see here, not including the other ones that's on the other platforms, I'm sure, you know, some of y'all didn't listen when I said y'all had, if you wanted to ask her questions, you had to come over here. And some people, you know, you're over there in the other spot, and we love y'all, but you couldn't ask the questions. So please don't be mad at me. I'm ready for any comments y'all have, though. I'll deal with it. But I just want to say thank you, Ashunta, for always being so graceful. Thank you for just being awesome. What you do, what you show us, paving the way for many of us. Until the next time, Queen, be blessed. Please tell your family thank you. I'm hoping to have you and Mr. Kendrick come on. We're going to talk about
we
the Black
definitely could do that. We could definitely do that. But I'm going to see you at the makeup show.
You know what? I'm about to go upstairs and tell Swift. We
Yep.
definitely got to get there on
You
Saturday.
need to come. It actually would be a great place for you to do your podcast, because they have tons of people doing podcasts there. It actually is a great space to do that.
Ooh, we might have a special.
Food for thought. Traveling
Yes.
show. Traveling show.
Traveling show. Okay, come on now, sister. Come on. Well, thank you, Ashunta. I love you much. I will
Much
be
love to you too, Teresa.
Yes, and
Love
everybody
to the
else.
fans out there.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this queen tonight. We're gonna close the show out. I'm feeling like I'm empowered. Everybody Got Next brings me to this song by Beth featuring my husband Swifty. Shunta, I know you're getting ready to go and cook dinner for your family, but song is befitting because I feel like we all got next. And whatever God got for you, my sister, is aligning because you are doing everything in divine order. And you just don't know what you're doing and uncovering. So I speak that into your life as well.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So as I learned in India, Shukrisha.
Shakrisha. Very nice. World traveler. Go ahead, world traveler.
Peace, everyone.
Bye. Have a great night. Ladies, I hope that you guys have enjoyed Ashunta. She's amazing, a beautiful soul. Thank you for tuning in and tapping in and making this an amazing night for us. I hope that you will continue to support Ashunta's line. I have it running around the screen down there, ashuntabeauty.com. You see there's something for everybody. I'm going to just share a little bit of some of the products that I found interesting for myself. And we're going to show it here. the blend stick, the beauty blend stick here, right? Now, I would say I'm probably the second to the last, if I'm not the last to the right. Okay. The Fun Color Mascara, amazing, amazing. All the colors. You put them on them beautiful lashes y'all have. Okay, this is another. I have these. Well, I had these. I only have one pair left. The blue, I wore them boys until, you know how we said we're going to rock some to ride the car till the wheels fall off. Well, I wore my blue lashes until I couldn't wear them no more. And so, very fun. And this is what it looked like when I did my little own tutorial after watching Ashunta put lashes on. She made it look so simple. And I was able to do this. And I was able, this is right after my makeup class that I had with Honey Child. Toy Divine, who I'm going to get my face beat to the gods next weekend for my photo shoot. And then this was the after effects. I thought I was doing something, y'all, but this was all Ashunta Sheriff's beauty line. And this was the after effect, right? I had the bronze. Remember I told you I had that bronze? So I put it on my nose. I put it on my cheeks, right? And so, yeah. And this was my my dramatic look, but they were beautiful. Again, this is Ashunta's product as well. Just amazing. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. It was an amazing show. Couldn't have made it amazing without you guys. My sister saying thank you. Everybody, I appreciate every one of y'all. Crystal, let me go through here. Crystal, Toya, Victoria, Karen, Vitra, Melanie, Corey, you was in the building. Bianca and Christina all the way from Atlanta. You know what I mean? So we got people, Pastor Mickey, love her to pieces, Jacksonville. Hey, a wonderful woman of God. And so many more people that stopped through tonight. We couldn't have done it without you guys. So I'm going to close because I feel like we got next. Shout out to Beth. She'll be in the building. Beth is going to be opening up for Gladys Knight, and that's going to be at Patti LaBelle. And it's so crazy because I've always wanted to see Patti LaBelle. And so, you know, I'm a part of Team Beth, so I'll be able to have something on my bucket list, but also supporting this Queen Beth as she opens up at the fabulous Fox Theater for Mother's Day weekend. That's going to be an amazing show, which brings me to I Got Next. We're going to end this out with the video with Beth featuring my husband, Swifty McVeigh. I believe that each and every one of you guys have next, whatever it is that you choose to do and you want to do, pray on it. Execute the plan. Sometimes you got to use a pencil with an eraser, and sometimes you got to go and get that extra eraser because we're going to make errors and make mistakes. But I promise you, if you keep on trying, if you keep on pushing, you keep on writing, get you a blueprint, you'll build, and you'll be on solid ground. I promise you that. Why? Because I'm doing it myself. It's your girl, TT from the D. It's been my pleasure, and we're going to end it with I Got Next. I'll see you soon.
I got this phone from my dad. Baby, I'ma stand up on it. Ain't nothing gonna
It's our time. Y'all had a chance to shine, and we'll be cutting y'all in front of that line. You either out or you riding. My homie right beside me with a hustling persona and a crown full of diamonds. Climbing these charts and you ain't stopping a profit. She staying on fire like the back of a damn rocket. We in total control. Cold as the North Pole, busting these flows. It's our time to blow, so just know
They may be on right now,